committee this morning. Aren't you surprised that the government has done absolutely no work on the impact of Brexit?
No, that's not what David Davis said. What he said was they hadn't done informal impact assessments. That's a lot different to saying they haven't done any work.
But don't you think they should have done?
What, informal impact assessment? No, how can you do a formal impact assessment on something like that? You don't even know what the basis is going to be, so you couldn't possibly have done it in the first place.
But his line seemed to be that the impact could be so huge because this is such a massive change for the United Kingdom that there was no point in doing it. I mean, a lot of people watching this will be really alarmed that the government doesn't seem to know what a different kind of Brexit might mean for different sectors.
Well, that's not what he said, but you're absolutely right in one regard. Doing impact assessments on how many different scenarios would be cost a fortune and not really deliver anything. The fact is the British people who made their decision were coming out of the European Union, and the only question is whether there can be an agreement with the European Union as to how that happens. It doesn't look at the moment as we're making progress on that.
Where do you think we are on all of that? We spoke earlier in the week, it looked as if there would be some kind of deal. Do you think now that the DUP can be won round, or do you think that actually Theresa May shouldn't bother?
Well, the thing is, we're doing another interview. It's another day on Brexit, and we're a day nearer coming out of the European Union. We're coming out on the 29th of March 2019, deal or not. So it's really up to the European Union whether they want to do a deal with us. I mean, the Prime Minister has made it quite clear on Northern Ireland that it's not going to be treated any different to the rest of the United Kingdom. And the European Union have to understand that. If they can't understand that, I don't see how we make any progress.
You, of course, you have campaigned for many years for Britain to leave the European Union. You are happy about that happening, of course, but there are many people, particularly those who run businesses, they want to know a little bit more detail. They are very concerned about whether there is going to be an implementation period, is there going to be a trade deal. You sound very relaxed about it. Not everyone is feeling like that.
Well, I am relaxed about that because I agree with you, there needs to be some certainty. And in my view, if there is not an agreement at this council that sufficient progress has been made to move forward, we have to make the decision reluctantly that there will be no deal, and we have to tell industry that that's what's going to happen, that on the 29th of March 2019 we will come out of the EU and we won't have a trade deal, so we'll be on WTO rules, and by the way, we won't be giving any money to the European Union. But we have to have that period of time of certainty for business. So if the European Union says sufficient progress has not been made, I think that's the time the Prime Minister could call stumps and say enough is enough. We're going to come out on our own terms, and you're just not going to get any money out of us.
Okay, Peter Bone, thank you very much indeed. That is the view of some in the Conservative Party, that really this deadline of next week is the moment where the United Kingdom needs to decide whether they do just walk away from potential talks. Downing Street still saying they are optimistic of some kind of deal. They're not, though, putting a date on it. Vicky, for the moment, thank you.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.